Good morning, everyone. Today, we will see the fourth part of the chapter from trade to territory. Till now, we have seen that about the Battle of Plassey in 1757, and this was the first victory for the English people that they gained control over the kingdom of India, and the name of that kingdom was Bengal. As I already told you that at that time Bengal was the biggest province and very fertile land was here. So a huge amount of revenue were being collected by the Nawab till that time. But after the battle of Plassey, a huge changes will be seen here. So now, after the Battle of Plassey, the, the power to decide about the next ruler of Bengal was in the hand of the British. Means British has to decide who will be the next Nawab, what he will do, how he would do, and all these decisions would be taken by the British. So Mir Jafar, who helped the Robert Clive to crush Nawab Sirajuddaulah in Plassey War, made the Nawab of Bengal by British after 1757. Till now, company was not willingly to take control over the administration, means they do not want to work like a king. They do not want to fulfill any responsibility. Their prime objective was the expansion of trade and tax concession, fortification, and for all these things they need a puppet Nawab. Puppet Nawab, a person who work on the view of the other, who work on the control of the other. And here, initially, Mir Jafar was working like a puppet Nawab, and he was puppet under the hand of the British. So because Mir Jafar get support from the British to become a Nawab, so initially whatever Britisher told him, he worked like that. But any Nawab, all the Nawab and the king have their own self-respect. So they always cannot work as a puppet. Initially they work like a puppet, but not always. So as the pressing from the British official side increased, now Nawab became frustrated and they start responding very seriously to British. When they start complaining against the British, then then British thought that now Mir Jafar is no use of them. Then he deposed Mir Jafar, and in place of him, a new king of Bengal, Mir Kazim, was made sit on the throne. Initially, Mir Kazim also fulfilled the demands of the British, but then he started complaining against him. Then British fought a war with Mir Kazim, and the name of that war was Battle of Buxar in 1764. In this war, Mir Kazim was defeated. After Mir Kazim, Mir Jafar was reinstalled um, on the throne of the Bengal, and it was decided that now Mir Jafar will have to pay 5 lakh rupees per month to British. When in 1765 Mir Jafar died, Robert Clive decided that we are fed up with these puppets, and now we will only become the Nawab of Bengal. So now they have more power and authority. In the same year, Mughal emperor appointed the company as Diwan of the province of Bengal. Diwan means the authority who has right to collect revenue from that province. So now we will see how the assumption of Diwani right, how this Diwani right help the East India Company, in what way it helps to East India Company. So this Diwani right allowed the company to use the vast revenue resource of Bengal. Bengal was the biggest province. A huge amount of revenue was collected from there. So now all these revenue can be used by the British for their own self. This solved a major problem that company had earlier faced. पहले क्या होता था कि ब्रिटिश भारत में आकर के क्लोथ्स, कॉटन के क्लोथ, सिल्क के क्लोथ्स एंड डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ स्पाइसेस को खरीदते थे. तो उस समय ब्रिटेन हैड नथिंग टू सेल इन इंडिया. ब्रिटेन के पास कोई ऐसा सामान नहीं होता था जिसको वो इंडिया में सेल करके और उसके बदले यहाँ के सिल्क, यहाँ के कॉटन और मसाले को ब्रिटेन ले जाए. तो उनको अपना गोल्ड और सिल्वर इंडिया में लाना पड़ता था. वो उसे इंडिया में देते थे, अपना गोल्ड और सिल्वर, और फिर उसके बिहाफ पर यहाँ से वो अपने ज़रूरत की चीज़ों को ले जाते थे. बट एज देयर इनकम हैज स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम द बंगाल, उनके पास इनकम आने लगी, उनके पास रेवेन्यू इकट्ठा होने लगा बंगाल से. तो अब उनको ब्रिटेन से गोल्ड और सिल्वर लाने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं थी, क्योंकि बंगाल से ही इतना इनकम हो जाता था कि उसी इनकम से वो भारत से सामान को खरीद करके ब्रिटेन ले जा सकते थे. तो पहला बेनिफिट क्या है कि इट यानी कि दीवानी राइट स्लो डाउन द फ्लो ऑफ गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर from Britain to India. Okay, what is the next benefit? That now it is very easy for them to purchase the cotton and silk textile from India. And it also help company to maintain the company troops, because company की ट्रूप्स तैयार करना है, आर्मी तैयार करना है, तो बहुत सारे खर्चे चाहिए, खर्च करने पड़ेंगे पैसे. तो अब now it is very easy for them to maintain its troop and to increase its fortification. They can increase after that many forts were built up by the British.